What's up everyone and welcome to day 40 of the COVID Cup. That's right, 40 consecutive days of competitions here in this series, and we thank you for being here with us through it all. If you've been here a while, you'll remember that day 10 was driveway bowling, day 20 was Golf Connect 4, day 30 was a winter sports challenge, and now here on day 40 we're doing the NFL Combine, or at least how much of it we can really replicate here at home, just the two of us. But before we get started, we'll give you the tale of the tape. Brian had stormed ahead in the last week or so, but Brady has come right back with a win yesterday in a tricycle race.
Back outside today trying out the NFL Combine. Brian, being the self-proclaimed athletic specimen that you are, you got to be feeling good about this.
Yeah, I feel okay, but I think you've got the leg up in the speed one, so I've got to make up that ground elsewhere. But this was another recommendation from the audience. Thank you very much.
Our first event of the day will be the vertical jump. If you can see here along the garage, there's a nail within one of the panels. We didn't put it there, but it is there. That's where Brian's standing reach gets to, while Brady's reach gets to the bottom of that panel. They'll both be measured based on their jump's improvement from that starting point. As Brady's up first, he gets a pretty good jump. There goes 2 panels high. They'll both be getting 3 attempts today. As Brian is up, he goes for it, and it's about a panel and 3/4, so not as good as Brady. Now into round 2, Brady's second go, and that's a panel and 1/4. Nice improvement there.
That was slightly better.
Yeah, it was.
Brian really needs a response. He goes up, and that's 2.5 panels. Wow, how about that for Brian? He takes the lead. Brady needs to find a way to one-up it in the third and final round. He only gets 2 panels, so Brian wins event 1. On to event 2 of a possible 5. The winner will be the first of 3 wins, as Brady's off in the 40-yard dash again, starting first. He's looking pretty good, really cranking those arms, but he slowed down at the line. Let's see what his time was. Not sure if you could see it on the phone there. Brian having trouble finding the camera, but that was 5 seconds for Brady. Not too bad, but could be improved as Brian's flying here. Look at that arm movement. He's getting everything he has into this one. Felt like a pretty good run. Let's see what his official time was.
Whoa! 488. There you go, people.
Wow, a 4.88 for Brian. I'm not sure any of us saw that coming, as Brady has to improve here. They only get 2 runs here because they don't have the stamina to do anything more. Brady coming to the line. What was the time?
4.86.
Wow, he beats Brian's time by 0.02 of a second.
Lucky dog.
So Brian needs to come up with something special here, starting in the sprinter position, and he is off his final run, trying to finish strong.
Tripped.
4.9.
Looked like he lost his footing about halfway there, and that kind of cost him, as Brady gets one back. It's tied up 1-1 after 2 events. Event number 3 is a broad jump. Once again, Brady starts things off, and that didn't look that great. Even lost his balance at the end. Not sure if that's legal, but they'll go with it. Brian has to beat that cone, and he does easily. Wow, what a jump from Brian. How about those hops? Looking like the Easter Bunny. 3 attempts in this one since it's not as taxing, and Brady might need that 3rd attempt. He does not improve on it. Just comes to the base of Brian's cone. Let's see if Brian can extend his lead. Really getting some momentum going, and he does beat it, so the lead is that much more for Brady to try to beat on his 3rd and final attempt.
2 thick legs, don't fail me now.
Let's see if he can do it. He goes for his jump, and he didn't quite get there, but it was a solid attempt nonetheless. After 3 events, Brian has the 2-1 lead. Now onto a shuttle run. This is every gym class student's nightmare. Brady leading it off again, and he'll slip going back to that first cone. That's going to cost him in terms of time, but he'll get right back on his feet and go again. They have to touch the far cone 3 times, so he has 1 more lap to go. Looks like he's taking the turns a little more cautiously now. That might cost him as well. Let's get the time.
12.98.
Not too great from Brady, but he will have a chance to improve on it. We're doing 2 rounds of this, not 3, because again, we're quite out of shape. But here goes Brian coming hot out of the gates, kind of hopping into those turns. That's a good strategy from him. It's working quite well, keeping his pace exploding out of the turns. He's got all the makings of a great run here. He'll fly through the finish line, and let's see what he got.
Not bad.
10.79 for Brian. Very good. That's more than 2 seconds better than Brady's, but remember that Brady did slip on his first attempt, so we'll have a chance at redemption here going for the second. You can see him taking the turns kind of slow, maybe not totally trusting the tread in his shoes anymore as he goes through the final cone, sprinting back to the finish line. Let's get his time.
11.93.
Not quite good enough to beat Brian, so Brian's the first of 3 wins today. He has the 21-19 lead in the COVID Cup.
Well, he got the best of me in that one. I kind of expected it, but of course it's not good to be down 2 games again. Brian, a good win for you.
Yep, good competitive one. Everything was close. Had a good time. Happy to be up by 2 again.
And that's all you ever wanted. That's it for day 40. See you guys tomorrow for day 41.